Hello everyone, welcome to another I Cook and Paint. Let me introduce you to my niece Tate. Actually, here's a portrait I painted of her 4 years ago when she was 14, way before she decided to quit eating meat. Well, today Tate doesn't eat anything that comes from an animal, and that's why in this video I really want to show you how to make this veggie meat crumbles. How good does that look? This is basically a ground meat substitute you can use in things like pasta sauce, sloppy joes, burritos, tacos, and my personal favorite, nachos. Whether you're a vegan like Tate or you just want to cut back on eating meat, I think you're definitely going to want to check this out. Here's how you make it. So I started off with one large head of cauliflower and I cut off all the florets. I also removed the tough stalks. Then I took a regular box grater and into a large bowl, I grated each one. As you can see, I used the coarsest setting, and this is what I ended up with. Something that's really fluffy and kind of looks like rice. If you have a food processor, use that because it'll be a lot faster and easier for you. I don't have one, so I had to rely on this bad boy. It took a few minutes, but hey, I'm patient. Next, I took about 20 mushrooms. I used button mushrooms, but I have done this with creminis and it works really well. Then you want to grate some onions. So I have here 2 medium-sized onions, and if you use a box grater, you're going to notice that your onions and mushrooms will come out stringy, just like meat. Then you want to add in a little bit of garlic. So I have here 2 large cloves of garlic. So you just want to peel it by bashing it, try not to miss like what I just did. And here I use the smallest setting on the grater. And last but not least, I'm gonna add in some chopped walnuts. So I'm chopping these by hand, but if you were gonna do this in a food processor, you would put all of these ingredients in and keep pulsing it until you reach your desired level of coarseness. I like this kind of on the coarse side, but the walnuts I like to keep nice and fine. Now right here are a few herbs and spices. I have some parsley flakes, cumin, paprika, chili powder, turmeric. If you want all the measurements, just click the link underneath this video and it'll take you to my blog at icookandpaint.com and it'll be right at the bottom of the post. So just add these all in there and stir it all around until it's nice and combined, just like that. Now I'm gonna add a few more ingredients. We're almost there. So I have here a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste, and then I'm gonna add in some olive oil. I like extra virgin. And then finally, some soy sauce. So the recipe that's on the blog really is just a guide. I really encourage you guys to add in your own flavorings and mix and match the proportions to make this suit your taste. Okay, now I have my oven preheated at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna dump this mixture onto a lightly oiled cookie sheet and spread it out in a nice even layer. You want to make sure that this layer isn't much thicker than about a ½ an inch, so if you have a lot of this, use 2 baking sheets. Now you want to roast this very slowly for about an hour, and you want to make sure that every 20 minutes or so, you give it a good stir, just so it roasts evenly. And as you can see, it's going to start to change color, and your kitchen is going to smell phenomenal. This is what it looks like after an hour of roasting. So as you can see, it looks just like ground meat. I will say that the texture is a little less chewy, but it totally makes up for it in flavor. Now this is ready to go. You can take a bunch of this and throw it into a pot of tomato sauce, and boom, you have a delicious vegan bolognese. Now the really great thing about this vegan meat crumbles is that it freezes really well. It'll last up to 3 months in the freezer or up to 1 week in the fridge. I usually freeze it in little containers and just pull it out as I need it. And that's it, guys. That's how you make your very own all-natural veggie meat crumbles. Thanks to this recipe, now Tate can have her tacos and eat them too. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know by clicking the like button. Do subscribe to I Cook and Paint, and I will see you soon.